Hello everyone, welcome to Williams Tops TV. My name is Emily, and if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. On this occasion, we will talk about Japan, a fascinating country where its culture and customs can be very different from what we are used to in Latin America and the rest of the Western world. Have you ever wondered what are some of the things that the Japanese do that would be surprising to us? But before continuing, we ask you to support us with a big like, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any video. Let's get started. Number 10. Capsule hotels. All the space you will have in this small hotel is what is needed to accommodate a bed, approximately 2 square meters. Of course, being in Japan, you cannot miss a television and internet connection, among other electronic facilities. Many have restaurants, vending machines, and swimming pools. The only inconvenience, apart from the small room space, is that the bathrooms are public. Considering that the price of a square meter of land in Tokyo already exceeds $350,000, it is understandable that the Japanese are looking for options to stay in a hotel. They are widely used by occasional travelers or by men who get drunk after work and are embarrassed to come home drunk. Number 9. Tips. If you are generous with waiters, hotel bellboys, taxi drivers, and others who receive gratuities for their services in Japan, you will have to control your generous nature. The Japanese consider it impolite and almost offensive to receive tips for the work they do. If you insist on leaving some coins in the saucer, they will look for you to return them, believing or pretending that you left them behind. Number 8. Expulsion rooms. Even in Japan, there are inefficient, undisciplined, and lazy workers. When Japanese companies want to fire someone with these characteristics, without the obligation to bear all the labor costs, they deport him to the so-called expulsion room. In these rooms, indolent workers are made to do extremely boring things, such as watching a television monitor for hours at a time. In the end, many of the tortured employees get fed up and resign, thus saving the employer part of the compensation. Number 7. Schools without janitors. In Japanese schools, teachers not only teach, but also direct students in cleaning the areas they use, such as classrooms, bathrooms, and hallways. This strategy allows them to save on the payment of janitors and helps develop people who do not consider any task as dishonorable and who learn to work as a team from an early age. Not surprisingly, Japanese homes are scrupulously clean, with no need to resort to contracting out domestic services. Also, instead of eating in cafeterias or canteens, Japanese students share lunch with the teacher in the classroom, helping themselves. Number 6. Sleeping on the job is a good sign. Unlike in the Western world, where falling asleep on the job can be a problem and even lead to dismissal, Japanese employers celebrate employees taking a nap so they can regain their strength to work harder. This custom of taking a nap anywhere is called inamori and became popular in the 1980s. During Japan's great economic expansion, when workers did not have time to get enough sleep. It is not uncommon to see the Japanese taking advantage of the travel time on the subway to sleep. Some even sleep standing up. Number 5. Adult adoption. Any age is good to be adopted in Japan, especially if you are a responsible and hardworking person. Unlike most of the world, where adoptees are generally children, in Japan, 98% of adoptions are adults between the ages of 20 and 30, the majority male. If you are a Japanese businessman who has spent half of his life working to make his fortune and your son is lazy and unable to get up before 10 a.m., simply adopt a disciplined and hard-working boy who ensures business continuity and well-being of the family. In Latin American towns, many surnames become extinct due to the lack of men to perpetuate them, although the modernization of civil legislation has helped lately. In Japan, they don't have that problem. They solve it with adoptions. Before I go ahead and show you more weird things that only happen in Japan, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Number 4. The shortest escalator in the world. In the basement of Okadaya Moors, a department store located in the city of Kawasaki, is what is probably the shortest escalator in the world, with only 5 steps. The small ladder is known as a puchiculator. It is only 83.4 centimeters high and only works for climbing. Kawasaki is located in the eastern part of Tokyo Bay, and if you are in the Japanese capital, you only need to travel 17 minutes to see the puchiculator and take a selfie on this curiosity. Number 3. Slurping is okay. With a few exceptions, in the West, slurping soup, drinks, and other food is totally prohibited at the table. In Japan, however, doing so is a sign of satisfaction and that you like the dish, apart from helping to cool soups and hot noodles. These noisy sips are like heavenly music to chefs who take them as a compliment. Each country has its rules for eating, both by action and by omission. For example, in Italy, it is frowned upon to break spaghetti. In India, you could offend someone if you argue while you eat. And in Chinese restaurants, the way to say thank you is by tapping your fingers on the table. Number 2. Curious dental fashion. In most of the world, white, well-aligned teeth are a symbol of health, hygiene, and beauty. And people spend fortunes on dentists, orthodontists, and oral surgeons to achieve it. In Japan, however, a curious trend has arisen in recent times that consists of exactly the opposite. Many people undergo cosmetic surgery to crook their teeth. This trend, which pays tribute to dental imperfection, is called yeba, which means double teeth, and its nirvana is to have intimidating fangs protruding from the teeth. The yeba trend began with the success of a series of novels about a love story between a mortal woman and a vampire. The crooked teeth effect is achieved by prostheses placed on normal teeth. Number 1. Christmas banquets at KFC. If you spend a Christmas night in Japan, don't be surprised by the long lines to enter the Kentucky Fried Chicken establishments. They are Japanese who are preparing to enjoy their chicken-based Christmas dinner. Apparently, the custom was started by Americans who couldn't get turkeys in Japan and opted for chicken from the well-known restaurant chain. Then, a clever advertising campaign, including Santa Claus, got the Japanese to start eating chicken on a day that is not a holiday in Japanese culture. If you want to celebrate Japanese-style Christmas dinner in Tokyo, you should reserve a table at a KFC well in advance. And if you don't make it in time to make a reservation at KFC, you can always try dressing up as a chicken and hope someone invites you to their table. But be careful, don't become dinner instead of enjoying it. This has been all for now, folks. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, I ask you to give it a nice like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our next videos. It has been a pleasure to share with you, and I hope to see you soon in our next video. Until next time.